Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his ass. Bring another great edition, Battlefield 3 from me to you. 'Cause hey, that's what I do. Bringing you a game of squad deathmatch with the PDW-R. And you know, people are like, "Oh, Fist, show us some conquest, show us some rush mode." To be honest with you, those games, they're so damn long. And I haven't played Battlefield in 3 days or 2 days. I don't know how many days that's been. But this gameplay is from Friday, and well, I did take that back. I played Saturday. I haven't played Sunday. I haven't played Monday, and I don't know if I played Sunday. But anyways, it's kind of strange the way this game. Now, if you're new to Battlefield 3 and you don't know what this is, it's squad deathmatch, and what that means is it's four teams of 4 versus each other. Now, if you were to play this game on Conquest, or if you've seen this map in beta play for Rush mode, you'll notice this is the first part of the map, which is kind of cool. So it's like a wide open 4v4 deathmatch gameplay. And this is more or less, you know, to get your gun gameplay down, and I like it. I think that it's one of the most one of the game modes that you can mostly go lone wolf on. Now, if you wanted to, here I seen that's one thing I forgot to mention. You can go lone wolf on deathmatch, but what I forgot to mention, how this is different, how drop shotting is different, because I just seen it here, right here and right now, between Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3, is in drop shotting in Battlefield 3. What happens is, when you drop shot down, it's not really drop shotting. It's like going into prone, because there's no continuation of shooting. You cannot be shooting and then go into the drop shot and still be shooting. Whereas in Modern Warfare 3, you can drop shot and be shooting as you're drop shotting. And I find this very fascinating that their way of handling it is completely different than the way they handle it in Call of Duty. Whereas in Call of Duty, they put a pause in the kneeling position when you go into drop shotting. Whereas in Modern Warfare 2, it was just straight down to drop shotting. And I thought it was perfect. Drop shotting down into shooting. But whereas in Battlefield, they literally cured it from, you know, it being used as a drop shotting. It's basically for prone. Then once you establish the prone position, then you can shoot. If you try to shoot in Battlefield 3 and you try to drop shot, you'll shoot one bullet. The gun will be in a upright position in your arm as you're going down, and then you'll once you hit the ground, then you can shoot. But in that time, you'll be dead. So the point of going into prone in this game is literally to take cover, and that's what it's used for. Whereas in Battlefield, or whereas in Modern Warfare 3, they still consider it drop shotting, but yet they pause between standing and in the prone position, which I don't see the definition there. Whereas you see a complete definition in Battlefield 3. Like, see, prone is to take cover. It's not for shooting somebody. Whereas in Modern Warfare 3, if you want to drop shot, you still can drop some, but once you get into prone, I mean, it's slow enough that it doesn't really matter, but it's still a drop shot. I don't understand it. I'm still trying to figure that out, and they say they still put the pause in it in Modern Warfare 3. So we shall see. You know, I don't really know. But that's an important fact that I wanted to point out that you guys probably haven't seen. Now, I know that one of my friends said he had figured out the purpose of the spawns in Team Deathmatch. I haven't really talked to him about it because I've been busy dealing with this Modern Warfare 3 situation. Now, we'll be doing some more Modern Warfare 3 news, because IGN and Modern Warfare 3 just sat down for 4 hours and talked about Modern Warfare 3 and showed a lot of videos, which I found pretty interesting. Now you notice look at that, guys. 2 guys just spawned right in front of me and I got the kills. Isn't that awesome? So that's the thing about this game. Sometimes you'll get people that spawn in front of you, and then there's some people that you don't know when they'll spawn in front of you. But the whole thing is, you know, I don't even know how to communicate with the other 4 people that are in your group, you know, to specifically how to run things. You know, I'm still learning that right there, and I don't know. So like, I don't know if that guy was in the bushes or what was going on. Yeah, see, he had now I have the holographic on there, and now here's the thing: people are asking me questions about long barrel, flash suppressant, and suppressor. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I've learned. Now, if you want the power and you want the sight, more or less, in open areas, but you don't want to, you know, really show your position, because one thing is if you have the if you have just a long barrel on, the long barrel is basically what it stands for, is that, you know, you can burst fire out longer shots, and then you got the holographic. So mostly you'll be in the areas where it's open. You know, you're in open areas, you can burst out, and you can take out people. And the SMG is just for close. And the great thing about the SMG and the silencer, which a lot of people don't know, is that you can shoot. It gives you a tighter spread pattern off the hip, really close. So that, I mean, it's I would say medium to close range, which I really like. Now see here, I'm bursting with the SMG and silencer. The great thing about that is when you burst on somebody and they're getting hit and you got the silencer, they're busy trying to figure out where they're being shot from. And by the time they're trying to locate you, you've already put them down. So that's one advantage of having that. Now going into the other attachments and explaining what combinations you should use. The great thing about this Frostbite 2.0 engine is that you have a lot of shadowing. A lot of stuff that versus Modern Warfare 3. You know, I'm always going to compare things to Modern Warfare 3 because these are the 2 premier games that are first-person shooters that are on Xbox Live and PS3 consoles. And this is what I want to say, is that you'll notice that there's shadowing. You can even hide in the tree shadow right here. And if you have a flash suppressor, and you don't, if you want the same power, but you don't, and you want to shoot people, then you want to use that, because what it does is, it's like what it says. It suppresses where you're shooting from. They don't see your flash, and then you can take out people, and you still have the power to put people down, what the weapon was originally intended to do in the first place. And you might want to use, like, let's say for instance, if you're out in the open, you can use flash suppressor and like a holographic. But let's say you're indoors or in dark areas or shaded areas, then you want to use like the infrared, and then you can combo that with the silencer. Now look at this guy. I don't even know how I missed this guy. Look at that. How lucky was that guy? But there's like 4 different combinations for shading that I use, and that is like infrared, flash suppressor, holographic for outside, but light shade, because you can still see and you really don't want to see where you're coming from. And then there's like total darkness, where you'll use like infrared and silencer, and then they don't even know where the hell the sound is coming from or which direction you're coming from. So you can burst people that are just standing up, or that are in it, that think they're behind cover, but they're really not. See how I shot off the hip, and then once I locked in and I pulled it back. That's what I'm talking about. The suppressor is really good off the hip SMG style, what I just showed you right there, and bursting as well. So these are the type of things that you know, is a lot deeper than Modern Warfare 3 that you'll never realize. I mean, for one, the engine is remarkable, what they've done for the Xbox. You know, to me, comparative to, you know, going out and building a new engine for a system that's probably going to be obsolete next year is amazing. So these are the things, you know, that you look at and you appreciate. So then another thing too is like, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video. So like my secondary, you know, you have different types of pistols, and they all make a difference, believe me. You know, you could have, like, I think the G17 single shot is the best one. for, I mean, you know, I would say like the 44 Magnum is overrated. I wouldn't, you know, 2 shots definitely, but it's really hard to get 2 shots off successfully, you know, on a target that's got a for the last kill to get the win. So, you know, it's hard to get those off. And what I like to do is I like to use the any pistol with a flashlight, because what happens is that if you run out on your secondary and you switch to the flashlight pistol, it's amazing, because that's what the flashlight is for, is to stun them up close. And when you get into battles like that, that's what will usually happen. You'll wind up being really close when you switch to your pistol. So it's important. I would suggest you switching over to a TAC 443 or 434, whatever it is, with the light on it. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary. It would have been less than 10 minutes, but I'm showing you all the accolades afterwards. Until next time, bringing the news like I do, it's Fist. Peace! Doing it right.